Good morning, folks. American history has not been kind to Paul Robeson. Now, Robeson was a complex individual. Even complex individuals can be erased, one dimension at a time. As an actor and singer, he was erased even as one of the most powerful and popular performers in the world. As a football player, he was erased, even as a Rutgers University All-American. As a civil rights activist, he was erased, let's say blacklisted, for his un-American support of communism and the Soviet Union. Despite these concerted efforts, we still have choices regarding how we remember Robeson. We can either acknowledge his considerable achievements and prowess or dismiss them. We can either agree on, disagree on, or misunderstand his politics. Now, there are two noteworthy nuggets that have earned my respect, though. First, Robeson could find a way out of no way. When the United States seized his passport to stem his worldwide popularity and activism, he still gave concerts via radio, telephone. They even traveled to the geographic border between Washington State and Canadian British Columbia to perform. Now, the second nugget is that Robeson left a legacy through his mentoring. Now, follow this anthropology with me. Actor and activist Harry Belafonte, who was almost 30 years younger, looked up to Paul Robeson. Belafonte served as a pallbearer at Robeson's funeral. Belafonte was also blacklisted during his career because of his outspoken views, which were largely influenced by Paul Robeson. His career survived, though, as did his activism. Belafonte supported Martin Luther King Jr. financially, because fighting for freedom ain't free. He financed the 1961 Freedom Rides. He helped to organize the 1963 March on Washington. He financed the 1964 Mississippi Freedom Summer with $60,000 that he traveled with in a suitcase and entertained crowds in Mississippi with Sidney Poitier. Now, Sidney Poitier was also at the 1963 March on Washington. Years earlier, Belafonte and Poitier, who were the same age, born 10 days apart, used to purchase a single ticket to attend local plays. Now, one man would watch the first act, then they'd trade places. The other man watched the second act. They would compare notes about the play during the seat exchange and afterwards. Actor and activist Ossie Davis, who's 10 years older than Belafonte and Poitier, 20 years younger than Robeson, wrote a play called Paul Robeson All-American. Davis also attended the 1963 March on Washington. Davis made his film debut in Sidney Poitier's 1950 film No Way Out. Davis gave the eulogy at Malcolm X's funeral. He also paid tribute to Martin Luther King Jr. at a Central Park memorial service the day after Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. See, even as an invisible man, Paul Robeson contributed to the growth and work of our visible, well-known leaders. So to anyone who has ever been marginalized, oppressed, or subverted, and lost the spotlight as a result, do not mistake that activity for achievement. A transferred legacy is timeless, indelible, and far more powerful than that spotlight.